Yeah, I believe that we're all born into sin. We're born into a sinful nature. But that doesn't necessarily mean that God's grace doesn't redeem that or doesn't extend to those of us, well, all of us who are born into sin. So, for instance, if something terrible happens to a child or someone who's developmentally delayed, that doesn't mean that God's grace doesn't extend or meet them there. It absolutely does. But that doesn't take away from the fact that we have this inclination to sin.
I agree with that word used there, the inclination to sin, because I believe the Bible teaches that we're born with that inclination to sin, but we're not born guilty of Adam's sin. So I think making that distinction is helpful because, like Romans 5:12 says, you know, sin entered the world through Adam's sin. So now we're in this fallen world and death spreads to all men because all sin. We all sin and we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So we aren't born guilty of Adam's sin, but we're born in Adam's likeness in that we have this inclination, this sinful desire.
Mm-hmm. According to the Quran, humans are born pure. There's something called fitra in Arabic, which translates closely as innateness, like with a pure nature. There's no fall in the Quran, therefore there's no sin that human beings carry when they were born. They will be judged after adulthood for what they do. But before that, they are considered sinful. They are considered, with no sin.
So can a child commit, on both sides, can a child commit sin before knowing right from wrong?
Yeah, I think if a child punches another kid in the face and doesn't realize that there's a consequence to that or that's wrong, it's still wrong.